What's up, everyone? What is going on? This is me, Carson, here, aka Carson, over in the house with another episode of the Carson Daily Show. How's everybody going? Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm here to talk more about today's headlines in sports. Uh, will be great if you guys could subscribe to my channel. That'll greatly improve my channel big time. Without further ado, I'm going to get in some of the headlines that's happening today on Monday, July the 11th. As you know, right now, the in Major League Baseball, we have some action going on between the Tigers and the Royals, which is right now scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. The Red Sox will be traveling to Tampa to take on the Rays tonight at 7:10. Also, you got the Pirates going up against the Miami Marlins. White Sox are at Cleveland. The Phillies are at St. Louis Cardinals. The Mets will be at the Braves. The Athletics will be at the Rangers. I believe Detroit has another game with the Royals in a nightcap. Padres go on to face the Colorado Rockies at Colorado, and then in the final game, the Diamondbacks will be at the San Francisco Giants. Uh, that is part of the baseball schedule for today. Kiddo. All right, so let's get to some of the headlines that all right. Based on some of the headlines here, uh, let's see. Garoppolo. Garoppolo's shoulder on the rehab. So Jimmy Garoppolo has some kind of a rehab going on with his shoulder. Uh, but they're saying that there are some rumors about him possibly being involved with the Buccaneers. Now, unfortunately, these rumors have been false. So basically, the 49ers media are denying any rumors about him potentially leaving San Francisco and going on to Tampa, which I would expect because the 49ers are very interested in his presence, even though they got the other kid there now, uh, Trey Lance. Uh, well, it'll be interesting to see what the 49ers do in the upcoming season. They did lose Raheem Mostert to the Miami Dolphins, so you know. But I mean, a rumor is a rumor, and people have to be informed about what's really happening. You know. But from what I understand, Garoppolo is pushing to be 30 years of age at the end of this month. Uh, and, we'll see how the 49ers deal things there with Trey Lance being their quarterback at the moment. Also, uh, based on the All Star game, let me get this here. Basically, Rafael Devers sort of has a back issue. Uh, he's going to be missing the next couple of games, but I believe that he will be making it in time somewhat for the Midsummer Classic coming up in Los Angeles, California. I believe what the Red Sox are going to do is they're going to arrest him to to be certain that he be ready for the All Star game because he's in the first place voting for the starting position at third base. Meanwhile, Jose Ramirez will most likely be backing him up in the All Star game. uh, Also, I'm hearing that Ty France of the Mariners is being sidelined for about 2 weeks due to his elbow injury. Hopefully it isn't anything too serious, and hopefully the team won't be too worried. He may be back sometime after the All Star break. Um, Anthony Rizzo, meanwhile, of the Yankees, doing pretty good. Uh, he right now he leads the all first baseman in home runs. in the Yankees' vaunted offensive attack. Um, Dylan Cease, the pitcher for the White Sox, right now sits in the top five in the ERA and strikeout categories, which is pretty impressive from the White Sox perspective. Uh, Kevin Gossman, though, is dealing with an ankle injury at the moment, but hopefully he'll be back at some point with the team. Um, Michael Kin, one of the relievers for the Yankees, basically he is, I guess, holding his own off the pen for the Yanks. And at this present time, if you look at some of the statistics that have been going on this season, it appears that the Yankees are not only number one in home runs, but they're one of the best teams right now in relief pitching. And you need pitching in this day and age if you're going to be considered to be one of the top teams in the league, and also to be considered a potential World Series champion. Okay, so that's also some of the baseball headlines that's going on now. All right, meanwhile, just bear with me. Oh, meanwhile, Dwayne Brown from the Seattle Seahawks apparently got arrested at an airport for having a gun in one of his luggage. And the weapon that he was carrying turned out to be a concealed weapon. This happened on this last Saturday at the airport. It says here that he allegedly had the weapon in his luggage as he went through security screening at Terminal 6. And he's a free agent that started all 17 games last season. Coach Pete Carroll said that in April that the team was interested in bringing him back. But, based on this recent thing that just took place, it'll be interesting to see whether or not the Seattle Seahawks end up disciplining him for his actions that happened this past Saturday. Meanwhile, it appears that the Denver Broncos are adding ownership group. Something, let me see here. Former U.S. Secretary Condoleezza Rice has been added to the Broncos organization group. Rob Walton announced that the inclusion of Rice in the statement issued on Monday on behalf of the Walter Penner Family Ownership Group. The group agreed to buy the franchise from Pat Bolden Trust last month, a reported $4.65 billion. It's pending in the appeal improvement right at the moment. This is big business, if you want to call it that. Walton, though, who was 77 years old, was the chairman of Walmart, the world's largest retailer, from 1992 until 2015 when he retired. He became the eldest son of the founder, Sam Walton, and Helen Walton, and has an estimated net worth of nearly $60 billion. Meanwhile, in the NBA, the Boston Celtics just signed Delano Gallinari to a 2-year, $13.3 million deal with the team. This adds quality depth to the Celtics, much needed quality depth on this team. The 33-year-old became a free agent after he cleared waivers with the San Antonio Spurs. After spending last two seasons in Atlanta, he was traded to San Antonio on June 30th in a deal that sent DeJounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks. Gallinari is a 13-year vet who's averaging 15.6 points per game with a 38.2% mark from deep from downtown, while averaging 4.8 rebounds and 1.9 assists in 728 career games. Mm. Meanwhile, there is no intentions at the moment on potential trade talks with Jazz uh, Donovan Mitchell. I'd have to assume that the Utah Jazz are going to do what they can to retain him at this present time. Um, so, one second. All right, based on what I'm seeing here in the world of college football, mm, bear with me for a second. Says here that the Clemson Tigers are bolstering the 2023 class with a five-star defensive tackle Peter Woods. Five-star defensive tackle Peter Woods has committed to the team. Woods is the top-rated defensive tackle in the 2023 class, according to ESPN. Clemson beat out the likes of Alabama, Florida, and Jackson State to land Woods, who is an Alabama native. Top prospect said that his choice was not an easy one to make, and it came down to the wire. Uh, he also said that he was at Alabama until the very moment uh, the coach Dabo Swinney that he was all in. So I feel like it'd be a better fit for the team defensively, and I guess it would help the team improve from the season that they had last year, even though they finished the year at 10-3. So for a team who had career offensive load numbers, they managed to make a bowl game. So they had somewhat of a successful season from their standards. Let's see. Also, the Big 12 is in talks of adding up to 6 teams in the Big 12 merger. Uh, I believe those teams would include, let's see, US, teams would include like the likes of, let's see, it says like Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado. Specifically to Washington, Oregon, are also in consideration. Um, the Big Ten welcomes USC and UCLA as its newest members as of last month. Uh, Cincinnati, BYU, Houston, and UCF are also set to join the Big 12 as of next season. Uh, the conference deal itself with Fox and ESPN is set to expire by the year 2024. So it'll be interesting to see the parents of college football and how it turns out. So yeah, those are some of the headlines that are going on in the world of sports at the time being. So I greatly appreciate everybody who was tuned in on today's episode. Just want to let you guys know that subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and also like the video. It helps me great deal. Helps my community grow to a whole new level. I once again I thank you very much for tuning in today on this beautiful day. Once again, my name is Carson, aka Casanova. If you like more videos of this, I will post more in the coming week. Thank you once again. I thank you very much for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful day, a blessed day, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace.